All right, Anton's winning me over in this.
That's what I'm saying.
Anton was tough, but his arms is about short. Like
T-Rex.
It's like
He
this.
got the T-Rex shit.
Yeah.
He can't really square up. Like,
And then Corey Holcomb seemed like at some point in his life he was tough, but he's older now, so he's working from his brain. I want to see these two fight.
I've been waiting for this all week. Now, to give y'all a little background history, remember, Marc Lamont Hill and Anton Daniels got a little bit of smoke. Maybe even Anton Daniels and the Joe Budden podcast got a little smoke stemming from the Brian McKnight interview that he did. And remember, it had Anton Daniels going back and forth with Marc Lamont Hill. So now we got this big situation, altercation with Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb, and we gotta see what the Joe Budden podcast had to say about this. Please like the video and subscribe. Let's get it.
Mark's man, Anton Daniels seemed to get into a something with Corey Holcomb. Mm-hmm. He went on his podcast, and boy, that was a lot of fun.
So when I saw the headlines, it was like Corey Holcomb checks Anton Daniels. Corey Holcomb, was about to whoop Anton Daniels' ass. And as somebody who hasn't been a fan of Anton Daniels, I pleasantly hit click. We can see that. But honestly, Anton didn't come off bad to me. He stood his ground. Like he didn't look like no nut.
He didn't like no bitch.
That's what I'm saying. Like I personally, and I don't know Corey Holcomb either, but it looked like Corey thought he had an easy one. He was just gonna go chump him and kick him off the stage. And when dude was like, nah, like, you know what I mean? He was calm, but he didn't back down. Nah. I actually thought it made Corey look bad.
Yeah, because he says we can go out back to fight. So
Yeah,
the only thing after that is, okay, come on, nigga. If somebody, first of all,
it don't take that long to fight.
He says to him, oh, you suck the dick of black people. I wouldn't give a fuck if he said you suck the dick of a person that doesn't even have a penis. You suck the dick of an orange. You can't say to a black man, you suck a dick. You know what I mean? Or anything.
See, that's why I don't.
You can't. I'm talking about me, a person, a shit talker. I'm getting in an argument. I watch that because somebody will clear you for that, like punch you or get really aggressive. Philadelphia, you can't call a man a pussy. You can't. Sometimes you can't call a man a bitch. You can't say kiss my ass to certain kind of men, and you cannot say suck my dick. I know certain men that no matter what you say, that they're going to put their hands on you.
But
that's what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying. If you tell somebody you kiss their ass and he responds, well, you suck their dick. I'm saying y'all in the same conversation. That's all I'm saying.
Didn't you Trump ass with dick?
No. See, that's why I think. That's why I think it was a disconnect. I think everything was cool at first until he said, "Yo, you be kissing these white men's asses," which is an insult,
right?
So I could say no, but you suck black men dick. I think depending on where you from, we don't look at them like they're equal. And some niggas do look at it like it's equal, like, oh, you disrespected me, now let me throw a jab back at you. I don't think he would have told him you suck dick.
If he would have said,
that's what I'm saying.
So I think they are equivalent depending on who you're talking to. Not the bad part, but once he said the suck dick shit, now your ego and your pride get into it. You got to get up. You got to walk over there. And surprisingly, homeboy was like, "Yo, my nigga,
he turned his whole chair, bro. He spent his whole chair on you, boy. What are you doing?"
He was like, "Yo, dog, like I'm not scared of you at all."
Freeze, who won this exchange?
I don't think neither one of them won, honestly.
Oh, I disagree.
I don't think nobody.
If somebody get up to chump you and it don't work,
you got still
True.
Then you up.
You got still. You up.
But see, reason why, because that clip continued.
Me too.
And he kept telling them like, "All right, say it again then."
Yeah.
Say it again.
He did say say it again, but when
he didn't say it again.
No, but
so that's why nobody really wants to really take it.
Hold on, one at a time. We're talking over each other.
No
the
loud
whole thing
noise.
is juvenile, bro.
It is. That's what I'm saying. Nobody won.
Yep.
No, I disagree.
Let me tell you why. You got out your chair. You walked over to this man, and you started to attempt to chump him off as if we switched seats. And every time he said, say it again, that nigga still said, we could go outside right now.
Yeah.
He didn't mutter when he said it. He like, yo, nigga, we could get up and take this shit off and go right outside. That was his reply. So it wasn't like, yo, say it again, I dare you, and then he cowered. Yeah. He didn't cower. He's like, yo,
but
let's
he's not
get
going to say it
outside.
again. Excuse me, Mark, real quick. To me, this is part of being mature. If I just said,
if I know all these cameras, it was like the camera.
But not just the camera.
Nothing mature. This nothing mature happened.
No, I don't know. I don't think Anton was immature here. And again,
me either.
How? Telling somebody to kiss their.
Well, you're only saying that because he just slid you a couple months ago. You watching your commentary. You almost had me. Listen, do I gotta show you how this done when you don't fuck with the niggas that you talk about? Because I don't fuck with either one of these niggas.
But I'm objective, and I'm gonna say that, like I said, I wanted this to go a different way. I want him, but it didn't go that way. And I don't want no violence. I just thought after hitting play it was gonna be something else.
I wanted violence.
Shut up.
I don't be wanting real life violence.
Hey yo, if Corey Holcomb would have knocked that nigga dick loose, you would have been like, yeah.
Why does it always go there? How do you always end up with dick?
That's an old Virginia.
It's an old man shit.
My point was, I think the mature thing of Anton was, look, you obviously feel disrespected by this. I'm not gonna just say it again to antagonize you. To me, that would be rage bait. Like, look, if you feel like I disrespect you on your platform, I'm not gonna say it again, but you're also not gonna treat me like a pussy, is what he basically said. What he said. I respect that. And then when dude kept talking, like, say it again, he was like, well, we can step outside if that's really what you want. And all I know is, it don't seem like neither of them was particularly interested in fighting. But Anton never said he was. Yeah, he was just defending himself. And Corey could have followed him. He was moving slower than the groomsman when it was time to actually do that shit. That says something.
I don't think anybody wanted to fight.
It looks so stupid, and I feel bad for that girl on there because every time Corey go too far, she just deer in the head like, ooh, like she don't know what to do. You don't know your partner. And I think it's funny that I don't care where nigga from. It's always the end of the scene. I'm from Detroit. Like I'm from Jersey City. I'm from the Bronx. Like everybody think they hood. Just
I don't like that part.
Yeah, he from Detroit.
Should I continue the clip? Does it matter at all to anybody that this is content on Corey's show? Because I'm conflicted, right? Like, if it's my show and we turning up, then no matter what you think, ultimately I win no matter what.
Yeah.
Also, because it's my show, if I buck up and you don't cower, then I got to punch you in your face.
No, nigga, outside of it being your show.
Now, Anton had security there. They both alluded to...
don't disrespect me like that. We just getting loud. I ain't getting loud. Then don't switch seats. No, this is my show.
That's what I'm saying.
This is my show. Cool, but I take that shit as a threat. Okay, well, it is a threat.
It's supposed to be a threat.
And I understand that.
It was meant to be a threat.
It's a threat.
Right.
Man, what you talking about? I don't dig if you want to get back to the conversation.
All right, Anton's winning me over in this.
That's what I'm saying.
Fuck that.
Nigga, I said it already.
And he said you're not gonna do shit.
Right. And he didn't.
Look, he got up to go. See, I like that.
Goes out back.
All right,
That's what I'm saying.
Anton won me.
Anton won. What are you talking about?
I don't fuck with all
Anton
that.
said I'm with it.
Let me tell you.
Sucks, Corey.
Real nigga shit. Nigga like, yo, we don't gotta do this for the cameras.
Right.
We doing this inside your studio. It's camera based. We going outside putting our dick beaters up like men. That's the
last one.
That's the
last one for you. I know it's your birthday.
Hands is shorter.
Well, now see, that's where I want to jump in here. Last week we was talking about whatever we was talking about, and Ice was on his fucking. I hate when he get all kumbaya when it's two niggas that we love beef, and he was like, "Yo, man, just don't want to see nobody fight." And I was like, "Well, sometimes I do." And he said, "Name something." This is another example of two niggas. I would have loved for them to fight.
They should have fought.
I would have absolutely loved for these two niggas to fight because Anton was tough, but his arms is about short. Like
T-Rex.
It's like
he
this.
He got the T-Rex shit.
Yeah.
He can't really square up. Like,
and then Corey Holcomb seemed like at some point in his life he was tough, but he's older now, so he's working from his brain. I want to see these two niggas fight.
I don't.
I didn't need.
They wasn't about to slide nothing.
If they would have went in the backyard, I would have appreciated it. I don't want to see them fight because it makes us collectively look stupid in my opinion.
Corey, you wasn't sliding nothing, nigga.
No. I hate when we do that. Why two niggas podcast and fight and make us look dumb?
But Anton, you do get respect for standing up and trying to take it outside.
Not
you
from
do.
me, Anton.
You do. It's still fuck you niggas.
Fuck you in your brain.
Yeah, it's still fuck both of y'all.
All of y'all.
That wouldn't happen with me.
All right, man. We got a lot to talk about. First and foremost, shout out to Marc Lamont Hill for keeping it real. I thought for sure, for a second, it felt like they was gonna be Team Corey because obviously they had a back and forth with Anton Daniels. But I respect the whole podcast as men for giving an honest opinion. And I know it's a lot of people who love Corey Holcomb and they love how honest he is and how real he is and, you know, how vulgar he can be. But I think for a lot of people, he does come off as a bully. And Anton Daniels is looking like the guy that stood up to the bully. I'm going to tell y'all the craziest part of it, too, is that part when Anton walked off of the set and Corey started talking about the female. It wasn't just the fact that he was calling her out of her name. It was the fact that he was breaking man code. And Anton Daniels brought this up, and I noticed it too. Because I was wondering if anybody else was going to say something. I'm like, he's trying to out Anton for being with this girl. I didn't know that Anton was married or his situation. I'm assuming Anton, you know, has a situation where his wife is comfortable with him being around certain females. And I heard the female that Anton brought with him, he actually pays her. That's somebody on his team. I don't know if he messed with the girl or whatever. But the fact that Corey Holcomb was playing female games and trying to expose another man's, you know, personal business, whatever he doing in his marriage, almost trying to ruin somebody's family. When Corey Holcomb paints himself as like this real dude, this OG, you know, from where I'm from, we don't say this, we don't say that. Where I'm from, you don't get into what another man got going on in the streets. And what I mean the streets, I'm talking about how he's playing with females and all that other stuff. You let him handle his personal family business. You don't be the guy who run into the internet trying to out bro for messing with a chick. I thought that was mad corny. And I agree with when Mark said, and I think a lot of other people said this, Corey's getting up in his face talking about say it again. And I know for some people that can come off as Anton was scared to say it again. He didn't say it again. But before Corey got up and went in Anton's face, Anton has said that twice. Not once, but twice.
Hey, no diddy, man. No diddy.
And to me, at that point, if Corey is getting up, then you need to be getting up to handle your business. But if you need to hear him say it a third time as if you didn't hear it a second time, you ain't about to do shit. You not about to do nothing, bro. Corey got on his little white and white outfit, his little Canal Street chain, his mouth all red like he was eating Kool-Aid or something like that. Look how red his mouth is. I think he was eating like some fruit punch or something like that. Pause. So he might not have been sucking on no meat, but he was sucking on something fruity. Okay. I don't think he was about that life, bro. I think he one of them dudes that do all that talking, but he ain't about to do nothing. I saw him talking about, I got money for all this. If you got money for all this, then what's the diss? Do the diss. Do the diss. Swing. But he ain't do that. He ain't do that. Now, look, was it petty? Yes, they both grown men. But unfortunately, y'all know, it comes a time when men have to be men and they have to handle things a certain type of way, and that's fine. But it was a good conversation I think the fans were deprived of. It was a good conversation that I think a lot of us would have been intrigued to see. But I do kind of lean with Anton when he says Corey felt like he was being, out-talked. Corey might have felt like he wasn't intellectually sound enough to have a back and forth discourse with somebody like Anton Daniels. Anton Daniels, he does this. And he seems like somebody who has also debated before. I think a lot of people have said, he's done debates on his channel, but he also knows his talking points. He knows what he stands for. Corey Holcomb, from what I hear, he seems to be all over the place. He does kind of have some things that are in his foundation of things that he likes to talk about and he's outspoken about. But at the end of the day, some of that is very common. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people that's like, you know, I'm against the white man and what white people do to us and stuff like that. And I think for somebody like Anton Daniels, that comes off as basic, because explain yourself. Just don't make a blanket statement. Say how you think individuals are moving. Give me examples of, you know, how you think these people are affecting and hurting black people, are affecting and hurting the country. Because I heard him say, you know, he feels like certain individuals are ruining the country. Well, explain that. Where's your work? You have to show your work. I don't think Corey was able to do that. And I think that's kind of why he started resulting in name calling. And that's how we got to this situation in the first place. That's not to say that maybe Corey didn't have any points, but can you convey your points? Can you deliver them? And it's like when you get the guy who don't know how to debate, but he know how to talk jokes and he know how to get loud. And I think that's what we got. But y'all tell me what y'all think about this, man. Like the video and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.